Right, good morning. So today we're using the small weights and the small band. And if you start in a standing position, feet hip distance apart, big shrug of your shoulders up and down. And again, and then bring your arms alongside your body, close your eyes, find your fabulous posture, the one that's going to set you up for the whole of the day. Take a deep breath into those ribs. And exhale, and again breathe in and exhale. One more breath and exhale. As you open your eyes, lift all 10 toes off the floor and spread them wide. Then press the big toe to the mat, keep the other toes lifted. And then lift the big toes. Now place all the other little toes down, keep those big toes lifted. And then lift all 10 toes, place them to the floor and just peel your heels off the mat. So coming up into your toe balance, you're just looking straight ahead, breathe, and then lower your heels to the floor. Now grab your weights in your hands with your feet hip distance apart. We're going to do the squat with the bicep curl. So you're going to bend the knees and pull the weights into the shoulders and then come down. So as you pull the weights in, you turn the hands so that your hands are facing the shoulders. And sit back into your heels, and you're aiming to get your hips in line with your knees. Make sure knees are heading over the toes. And keep looking straight ahead of you rather than looking down at the floor. That way you can keep the back flat. And squeeze the glutes. You press down in order to come up. Grip the weights tightly. You're working your biceps. Great work. For 3 more. And 2. And this one last time. As you come up, step your feet wider apart. Bring the weights together. As you exhale, lift your elbows and push the knees out. So knees are really wide apart. That helps to get into the pelvic floor. And breathe. Lovely. Keep this movement going, but lift your toes off the floor and spread the toes wide. So you've now got the arch of the foot lifted. Still looking straight ahead. For 2 more. As you finish, step your feet together or hip distance apart. And bring your hands up to your shoulders. Turn the hands to face the front. As you exhale, bend the knees and push. So it's a shoulder press. And again, knees heading over the toes. Keep your back straight. Breathe out as you lower and in to come up. For 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. And then come up, step your feet apart. Hold on to your weights with both hands for a kettlebell swing. So you bend the knees and then lift. So just let the arms swing. Keep your back flat, knees turning out. And not bringing the hands higher than the shoulders. and really reach in between the legs. Great movement. For 3, 2, and 1. And then bring yourself up, tuck your weights into your waist, and take your right leg out to the side. And hold it there. Then bring the legs together. So now you're going to move leg and arms at the same time. Try not to touch the floor as the leg comes in. Looking straight ahead. Think of your posture. Push into the right heel. Lift out of the standing leg. For 3 more. Squeeze your glutes. And as you finish this one, tuck your right leg behind you and bring your right arm over your head. So with the added weight, you feel a bit more stretch in the right side. And then come back to the center. Hands on your waist, left leg out to the left. Then bring the legs together. So inhale and exhale. Lovely. Shoulders away from your ears. Push into that heel. And breathe. For 3, 2, and 1. Now tuck the left leg, reach your left arm, stretch over to the side, pull the navel in, keep your neck long, and then come back to the center. Feet hip distance apart. This time we're going to do a triple squat. So you come down for 3, 2, 1, and lift up. Keep the squat nice and low. Hips in line with the knees. Keep the pulses low. And you're still gripping the weights with your hands. Great. Back nice and flat. Going to do 3 more. This last one. Then bring yourself up. Going to do a mat raise. Heels together, toes turning out. Bring one arm in front as you pull the other elbow back. And pull. Lovely. Try to keep the lower body still. Try and squeeze your inner thighs and your glutes. And pull from the elbow back. Great work for your pectoral muscles, for your posture, shoulders, Keep your chin parallel to the floor. One more on each side. And then release. With your feet parallel, you're going to bend the knees, and then you're going to pull your elbows back and stand up. Bend the knees and pull and stand. So when you're pulling the elbows up, you turn the palms forward. So palms facing in, and then pull and lift. Good. And pull and pull. On the next one, going for a triple pull. So 3, 2, 1, and then stand up, and again for 3, 2, 1, and come up, and again 3, 2, 1, and come up. Last one for 7. So 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Then pull yourself up. Now bend your knees, and you're going to take your arms out to the side for a lateral raise. The elbows are slightly bent, and come back to the center. The back is flat. Take your weight into the heels. Keep your neck long. A smooth movement. Keep the navel drawn in. Exhale to lift your arms. For 3, 2, and as you finish that one, come all the way up to stand. Bring your weights up to your shoulders. Turn your toes out. Bring your elbows in front. So elbows in line with the shoulders. Then you're going to open the arms and pull them back together. Open wide and pull them together. See if you can get the elbows to touch or almost touch. Lovely. So hopefully you're starting to feel the weight now. Feel some work going in the upper body. Keep pulling those elbows in. For 3 more. 2 and 1. Now hold your elbows here and reach one arm up and then pull it down. Other arm up and down. Keep elbows in line with shoulders. Don't let them come lower than the shoulder. And really straighten the arm as you reach. Still keeping your lovely posture. Excellent. Keep those elbows close. One more on each side. And then when you finish your next one, bring your arms down by your side. Keep your V shape, tuck your chest and rolling down. Hold it here. Just let your arms dangle and then circle those arms around. Make sure the navel is drawn in to the spine. And then change direction with the arms. And then place the weights onto the floor And bend your knees and come up onto your toes. So you're coming down into a really low squat. And you can support your weight with your hands on the floor, or come up and place your wrists onto your knees. Oops. But keep the knees wide, then place the hands on the inside of the knees and push the knees apart. Brilliant. One more breath. And now you're going to reach forward and bring your bottom to the floor and end up in a seated position. So legs straight out in front of you. Just have your weights handy to one side and have your little band handy as well. Now separate the feet and bring your hands to your hips so you're sitting up tall. If you can't sit up tall, you need to support something under your bottom, a cushion or a block. And then you're going to point the toes away from you and then pull the toes in. And again, point the toes away and pull them in. So you'll feel some stretch in these shins and in the calves and in your Achilles, pointing and pulling. Brilliant. For 2 more. And as you finish the next one, circle the toes around and in, circling out and in. Make a big range of movement, like you're almost going to touch the toes to the mat. Circling around. Notice you might slightly glide forwards and backwards on your sitting bones. Now change direction. Getting full range of movement into your ankles. And one more time. And then slide your legs together and you're going to plantar and dorsiflex, alternating each time. So point and flex. Still sitting up tall. Then bring your hands behind your head, the shoulder blades back, elbows wide. And then flex both toes, pointing up to the ceiling, and turn to your right. So it's not a big rotation, but you'll feel it low in the waist. And come back to the center. Keep your elbows wide as you flex and turn over to the left. Come back to the center. One more time over to the right. Pull those elbows back as you're sitting up tall. And come back to the center and over to the left. And then come back to the center. Brilliant. Now coming into a hurdler position. So one leg in front and one knee tucked behind. Place your hand on the floor but sit up tall. This foot is flexed and you're going to lift the heel off the floor and lower it down. So you're pushing into the knee. You'll feel an internal rotation of this femur bone. See how it's going in and down. You notice you have to squeeze through the gluteal. You can feel that muscle working as you're pulling the heel up. Keep this side of the waist long. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. Lovely. And lift with that flexed foot. And lift. Super work. Going for 3. And 2. And 1. Now place the foot to the floor and peel the knee off the mat and lower down. Not opening the hip madly, but forcing the work into the gluteal. So picking the knee up with the bottom. You can place your hand on the hip to remind you this is where the work is coming from. So slide the knee up and push it back down. Make it active in both directions. And this navel is drawn in. You're really strong through the center. Plenty of length in both sides of your waist. For 3, keep squeezing the bottom. And 2, make it active. And 1 last time. And now lift the whole foot and the knee off the floor and tap and lift. So trying to keep the knee and the ankle in line. You're tapping and lifting. Great. Same upper body, strength and length through the sides. Open your right arm out, it will help with your posture. So you're lifting and lowering. Great work. Going for 3, 2, and 1. Now hold it here. Pull the knee to the navel and then push the ankle back. Pull the knee in, push it back. Try not to use momentum, so make it an active work. You pull the knee in with the belly and you push it back with the bottom. And the knee and the ankle are in a fixed position. Pulling in, exhaling, inhaling as you go back. And again for 3, and 2, 1 last 1, and then hold the foot there. Keep everything off the floor. Take a small pulse. Just for 3, 2, 1. Place the knee to the floor. Turn to your left, hands wide. And as you exhale, open the elbows out to the side. Feel as if you're bringing your chest to the floor. Pause, and then push yourself up. Take a breath. Same movement, you're coming forward. You're lengthening the waist, lengthening the back. Elbows wide, push into the hands, make this effort. And then push yourself up. Doing 2 more, just as slowly as that. Exhaling, don't let the belly come to the floor. Think of the chest touching and lifting up. Brilliant. Spread your fingers wide. Just 1 last time. This time you're going to extend your back leg. So reach the right leg away from you and then bend the heel to the bottom. And again, extend and bend. So you're really squeezing the glutes and bend. Brilliant. Going for 3 and 2. Keep the knee in line with the hip. This is your last one. Now bend the knee, bring yourself up, grab your ankle or shin and stretch to the side. And then bring your feet in front of you, ready to go onto the other side. So setting up as you did before, right hand resting on the floor. Flex the back heel. It's all about internal rotation of the femur and lower. Don't let this come into the lower back. Make sure that you are rolling the hip bone forward and lifting with the bottom. Remember, give that bottom a bit of a pat, make him wake up. So lift the foot and lower, lift and lower, lovely. You may find one side harder than the other because one side's not as strong as the other. So you need to work a little bit harder on the weaker side. Doing really good work. Again, get that glute working, not the lower back. Pull the navel into the spine so you're really strong through the belly, strong through both sides of your waist. For 3 more. And 1 last one. Place the foot and now peel the knee off the floor and pull it up again. Make sure that the glute is working here. You can just give it a bit of a whack. Lift that knee. Try to isolate the movement into the buttock. Keep your neck long, shoulders back. Great. And you're pulling the knee up and then pushing it down. And pull the knee and push. Make it work for you. For 3 and 2. 1 last one. Now lift the whole of the shin off the floor as you tap and lift. So keep the foot and the knee in line. Extend your top arm. It helps to give you the posture. You tap and lift. Keep both sides of the waist. Lengthen your neck. Not collapsing in the body. Brilliant work. For 3, 2, and then 1. Hold the knee and pull the knee into the navel and push it back. And again, coming forward and pushing back. Exhaling in and inhaling back. Try and isolate into the leg. Great work. Keep the shin parallel to the floor. Try not to let the foot drop below the level of the knee. For 3, 2, 1 last one, then hold it. Take a small up and down pulse. Brilliant work. For 3, 2, 1, and then place the knee, turn to your right, arms wide, palms wide, and exhale, slowly coming down with a flat back, holding it there, lengthen your neck, and then finally press yourself up. And again, exhale, almost feel like you're trying to bring your nose to the very end of your mat. You're lengthening the spine so much, pausing, and then lifting up. And again, and breathe out and lean into your hands. And lift up. This is your last one. Breathing out, lengthening. Take that leg behind you. Make that leg really long. And then bring the heel in and extend. Just 3, 2, and 1. Place your knee to the floor, grab your shin or ankle, stretch to the side, and then come back to the center. Lovely. Coming onto your bottom, grab your little band and pop it on just above your knees. And separate your feet. And then reach your hands forward, breathing in. As you exhale, roll down onto your back, slowly, slowly coming down onto the floor. And then lower your arms down. Step the feet in so that your feet are underneath your ankles. And then tuck your tailbone and lift up into bridge position. So feel as if you're pushing the shins away, squeezing the glutes. Now open one knee to the right and center, left knee, left and center, and then lower down, roll through the spine. So we're going to do a small sequence here. You're going to tuck the tailbone and lift up 1 inch, right knee out, left knee. Lift all the way up into full bridge, right knee and left knee. Lower down to 1 inch, right knee, left knee, and down to the floor. Up 1 inch, left knee and right knee. All the way up, left knee, you're squeezing the glutes, and right knee. Down to 1 inch, left knee, right knee, and all the way down. And again, up 1 inch, right knee and left. All the way up, control this movement, right knee, hand left, down to within 1 inch, your right knee, and your left, all the way down. One last time, up 1 inch, left knee, and right, all the way up, left knee, and right, down to 1 inch, left knee, and right, and all the way down. Brilliant. Now come onto your heels and lift your bottom 1 inch. Feel as if you're pulling the heels towards the glutes and you're already activating your hamstrings. Now open both knees wide and center. Lift all the way up. Both knees wide and center. Lower to an inch. And wide, center, and all the way down. And again, up an inch, wide. So you're feeling as if you're pulling the heels towards the bottom, all the way up, both knees. Down to an inch, both knees. And all the way down. And again, up an inch, wide. All the way up. And wide. Down an inch. And wide. All the way down. Last sequence. Up an inch. All the way wide. Up all the way. Open wide. Down to an inch, open wide, and all the way down. As you come down, bring your knees in towards your chest, then straighten your legs up to the ceiling. Separate the legs and flex the feet, and then pull your heels back together. And again, point and separate the legs, flex, and come back together for 2 more. As you point, your back is flat on the floor, and bring the heels together. 1 more time. Bring the heels together, hands behind your legs. Lift your head and shoulders so you're looking in towards those legs. Take a breath in, and then exhale, roll to balance. So keep those legs extended out in front of you. Reach your hands forward, and then bring your arms alongside your ears and lower down. Great work. Keep the heels together. Squeeze the inner thighs. Really good balance. Working into the core. Going for 3 and 2. Fabulous. This is your last one. Now keep your arms here, lower your legs to the floor and end up in a seated position. Separate your feet, bring your arms in front for spine stretch. So tuck the belly, reach beyond your toes, and then roll yourself up. Lovely, let's do that 2 more times. So rounding the upper back, head in line with your arms, and then pull yourself up. This last time, imagine someone is grabbing your waist and pulling you back at the same time you're reaching forward to your toes. And then bring yourself all the way up. Fabulous. Now, place the band under the left foot and on top of the right foot. And then roll yourself down to the floor. With your hands on your hips or your elbows off the mat, you're going to straighten the right leg and bend for 8, 7, you're pushing left foot down, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now hold it, open the knee out to the right for 6 as you straighten, 5, 4, 3, you're feeling this through the hip flexor in the lower belly. 1 last one, bring the knee back to the center, then lift your foot over the left and back for 4 and 3, try not to move the left knee, and 2, 1 last one. Now pull your knees in, grab the band, put it into a figure 8 so that it's on your ankles, and take your knees into knee fold. Flex your feet, and now pull the knees apart and come back together. And make this a slow, controlled movement. And go as far and as wide apart as you can each time. Relax the head, so this is all going on in the lower body, not in the upper body. For 3 and 2 One last one. Now bring the legs together. Bring your knees in, straighten your legs, lift your head and shoulders, and then exhale, roll up to balance. Bring your arms in front, then lift your arms and lower. Lift and lower. Super work. Breathing. Keep the heels together. Squeeze the inner thighs. Just 3 little ones to go. And 2. You know you like it. One last time. Then lower your legs to the floor. Flex your feet and come straight away into your spine stretch with the back rounded. And then roll up to sit. 2 more times. Exhaling. And rolling up. One last time. Exhaling. And then roll yourself up. Lovely. Now untangle the little band. Place it under the right foot and on top of the left. Roll down onto your back. Fingertips on hips, elbows off the floor. Just straighten and bend for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and this is your last one. Now open the knee to the left for 6 times. 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Brilliant. Bring those knees together. Lift up and over for 4, 3, 2, one last one, and then pull your knees in, cross the band into figure 8, pop it onto your ankles, knees in knee fold, and pull the knees apart and together, and pull the knees and together. Breathe out. So you can mimic the movement with your arms, but don't neglect the knees still going as wide apart as possible. Don't let the arm movement put you off. For 3 more. 2, and 1 last one. Lovely. Now grab your knees in, straighten your legs, lift your head and shoulders, and then roll yourself up. Bring your arms alongside your head, and then lower your legs all the way down to the floor and get rid of that little band. Just take it off. Brilliant. And we'll do a little rolling like a ball. So, come into a balance on your sitting bones. Bring your knees into your chest. Squeeze your calves into your back. This is really a spine massage. Don't let those feet go out of control. Draw the heels into the bottom. Exhaling. Keep pulling the shins in. Just 1 more. And then come all the way up. Brilliant. Ready to come onto your side. Elbow on the floor, knees bent. And then you're going to lift your hips off the mat and bring your right arm. Now reach into the right arm, lift your hips a little higher, and then reach underneath and up to the ceiling. And again, underneath and up to the ceiling. For 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Now lift up and extend the top leg. Bring the knee to the elbow and reach. Elbow and reach. Just 3 and 2. Keep those hips lifted. One last one and release. Then roll onto your front. Support, place your hands under your head. Lift your knees and toes off the floor. And then swing those legs. So have them close together, squeezing the glutes. And you're working from the hip, not from the knee or the ankle. Now come to a still position and open the legs wide and then bring them in. So wide apart and together. For 10, keep it slow. And 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now bend the knees. Have your knees apart and your heels together like little frog's legs. And you're going to lift the knees off the floor and lower. So squeeze the bottom to lift and lower. It's not a huge range of movement, but it's really effective in the buttocks and in the hamstrings. The heels together and the toes apart. So you push the heels together. Push and squeeze. For 3 and 2 and 1. Now bring your elbows alongside, elbows underneath the shoulders, and just peel your chest off the floor. See if you can straighten your arms to some degree. Try and keep the heels into the bottom and then lower yourself down, elbows to the mat. And again, so the chest lifts up. And then you come into the hands by peeling the elbows off the floor. Squeeze the glutes and lowering down. Try not to compress the lower back. So it's important when you're coming up that you lengthen. You're pulling out of the lower back rather than compressing. And then lengthen to come down. Lovely. Now place your hands on the floor, this time elbows wide, and peel yourself up and hold it here for 3. Keep squeezing the glutes. 2, bring those heels in. And 1, and then release. Push back into pose of a child. Sit here into your heels. And come onto your hands and knees, ready to go onto your right side. So right elbow on the floor, knees bent. And then lift your hips off the mat and lift your top arm. Breathe in, exhale, reach underneath and lift. Exhale, so there's a little rotation. And you'll reach as far as you can with that left arm. And breathe. Keep the navel drawn in. Just 3 more. And 2. And 1 last one. Fabulous. Now lift your arm and lift your leg. Bring the elbow to the knee and extend. And again, brilliant. Keep those hips lifted for 5, 4, 3. Keep your neck long. 2. This is your last one. And then roll onto your front. Arms alongside your body this time with the palms facing down. As you exhale, lift your chest and then lift your feet and then lift your arms. Bring those arms up as high as you can. Hold that position. Then bring the little fingers in and out. Keep it going. Sorry about the phone, it won't go for long. And breathe for 3, 2, pinch the shoulder blades, and 1, then hands to the floor and push back into pose of a child. Sit into your heels and then come up onto your hands and your knees. Step your right foot forward and lift up. Hands on your hips. Now lean back and then lean forward. And again, lean back and lean forward. So you're squeezing the left glute and lean back and forward. One more time and come forward. Step the feet, the knees together, one arm on top of the other, and as you exhale, lean back as far as you can and then come forward. And again, exhale and come forward. You're squeezing the glutes. And exhale and forward. For 2 more times, breathe out and forward. And 1 more time. Come forward, step your left foot forward. Hands on your hips. Lean back and forward. And again, lean back. Work into the right glute. Lean back. And lean back for 2 more times. And 1 last time. And then step your knees side by side and untuck your toes, reach your arms up to the ceiling. Now turn to your right and reach for your right heel and then come back to the center. Turn to your left and left heel and center. And again, right and right heel and center, left. This time as you turn to the right, reach for the left heel and come back to the center. And again, reach for the right heel and center. And again, to the left heel and center, to the right heel. And come back to the center. Place your hands onto the floor. Tuck your toes and lift your bottom into down dog. Just walk through the feet, get some movement into your calves. And now bring your knees to the floor and come onto your side again. So, knees bent, we're going to start off in the traditional clam. So you can support your head with your hands. You're going to pull the right knee up and push it down for 5, 4, so you're warming up the right glute. 3, 2, and 1. Fabulous. Now lift the feet for 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Now bring your knees in front of you so they're at a right angle with your hips and lift the whole of the top leg. So pull the leg up for 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep lining the knees up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold your knee there. Then straighten the leg and bend for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep the leg straight. Lower it so it's in line with your hip and slide the leg all the way behind you. Push that leg back and then slide the leg towards your left elbow. And again, push the leg back, working this thigh and coming forward. So you're parallel to the floor, slide back and coming forward. And again, back and forward. This time you're going to tap the toes for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come forward for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back for 4, 3, 2, 1. Forward, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 3, 2, 1, and 3, 2, 1. Just 2 and 2, and then single tap and tap and tap and tap. One last one. Grab hold of your ankle, pull the heel to the bottom, stretch your thigh, and then bring yourself up, ready to go on to the other side. Just swing your legs around and support your head with your hands. Ready for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fabulous. Feet lifted for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Knees at 90 degrees. Lift the top shin for 10, 9, 8. Keep lining up the knees. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Hopefully we've got the glutes working. 2. And this next one, hold it here. Then you're going to straighten and bend just for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold the leg, then bring it down parallel with the hip and swing it all the way back, and then come all the way forward. And again, all the way back and all the way forward. Really good range of movement here. Lovely. Now on your next time as you go back, tap for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come forward for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now 4, 3, 2, 1, and 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, and 3, 2, 1. And 2, and 2, and then single and single, single and single, not using momentum because you're using the gluteals. For 3, 2, and this last one. Then grab hold of your ankle, pull the heel into the bottom, push the top hip forward, and then gently release and bring yourself up into a seated position. And bring yourself to the end of your mat, because I like this one, it's quite fun. So you're sitting right at the end of your mat, and actually take your bottom off the mat, and then one arm on top of the other. Flex your feet. You're going to walk as quickly as you can to the end of the mat. And when your heels touch the floor, walk your way back. Yeah, nice and quick, nice and quick. When the bottom touches the mat, go all the way forward. So one more time in each direction. Come on now, quicker, quicker, quicker. Heels touch, and then go all the way back. Fabulous. And then bring your knees in. Come onto your toes. So walk your fingers in front of you, open your knees wide. See if you can bring your elbows to the floor and look at your heels with a nice rounded back. And then straighten your arms. And now straighten your legs and take your feet hip distance apart. Push the heels down to the floor. Take your right hand, reach across to that left knee or left ankle and look under your armpit. And hold it. And then release onto the other side. Left hand. Hold onto your left ankle. And then both hands to the floor. And now walk your feet to your hands. See if you can do it with straight legs. So you have to lift from the belly to make room for those legs and end up in forward fold at the front or middle of your mat. Take a breath and then exhale, roll yourself up to stand, coming all the way up. Reach your arms up to the ceiling, breathe in, and then exhale the same movement. You're going to round the back, scoop the belly and roll down. See if you can grab your toes with your fingers and just hold your forward fold. Then let go of the toes so that you can now roll yourself up with that lovely strong back. Bring your arms up. One more time. Exhaling, rounding, scooping, rolling up and over your body. And then exhale and roll yourself up to stand with a shrug of your shoulders. Finishing how you began, with your feet hip distance apart, arms alongside your body. Take a breath into those ribs and exhale. And again, breathe in and exhale. Just one more time, breathe in. Exhale and finished. Thank you so much and see you next time.